What's up YouTube? Today in this video I'm going to talk about my software engineer interview experience with Jet.com. Jet.com is an e-commerce company based off of Hoboken, New Jersey. They started sometime in 2014 and quickly got the attention of the world. The company was founded by a guy called Mark Lohr. Mark Lohr is a very interesting guy. Mark Lohr was the co-founder and CEO of Quidsy.com. Quidsy was also an e-commerce company that he eventually sold to Amazon in November of 2010 for $545 million. Rumor had it though that Mark Lohr did not like the way Amazon was running Quidsy. The popular belief was that Amazon wasn't really interested in Quidsy but decided to buy it out to reduce the competition. Mark Lohr eventually left his position at Amazon to start Jet.com. Jet.com tries to make itself different by focusing on reducing the prices and shipping costs of the items being bought. They have some sort of black box algorithm to determine the lowest prices a consumer would have to pay. For example, buying items that could be shipped together can lower the total cost. Paying with debit card instead of credit card can lower prices. Now, I'm going to talk about my interview experience with Jet.com. As an engineer, I was definitely interested in this company. This was because Jet.com made it to the 2016 Wealthfront list of companies with great investors and solid revenue generation. I'll leave a link down below about the 2016 Wealthfront blog for you guys to look at. So Jet.com was definitely in the top of my list. I personally apply a grading system on my list of companies, and so Jet.com was a solid B+ level company for me. Also, the company was acquired by Walmart. Many people may not like this, but for me, I viewed it as a positive thing because this meant that Jet.com was a stable company and had the resources of a gigantic company backing it up. Also, in the event that I'd get an offer, I'd obviously receive stock options, so that was definitely enticing. As fate would have it though, Jet.com actually reached out to me when I posted my resume on underdog.io. This was the role for backend software engineer. First interview was a technical phone screen, but immediately I noticed that Jet.com outsources their initial phone interview to another company called Carrot.io. I honestly thought it was not really cool because I would rather speak to a fellow engineer at Jet.com, but whatever. The interview was quite enjoyable. They asked me a classic find all islands in the ocean question. This is a popular Facebook question that I solved with depth first search recursion. I'll leave a link down below if you want to get to know more about this problem and the solution to it. We used coderpad.io. I used JavaScript as my language of choice so that I could write and compile the code and run it before him. I did really well and I got a call back from the recruiter the next day. He invited me to come to the onsite and they booked a flight to New Jersey and I stayed at the beautiful W Hotel, which is right next to Jet.com's building. I was really impressed that they threw a lot of money at me to stay at a legitimate 4-star hotel with a beautiful view of Manhattan. Dinner and breakfast was all on Jet.com. On the actual onsite, I arrived a bit early. Their building was great. At every floor, you could see the amazing view of Manhattan. The recruiter led me down to a nice purple room where I would be doing my interview. Literally everything in Jet.com is purple. Everything is purple. My first interviewer was a really cool Russian guy. He asked me what first seemed to be like a simple question, but you actually gotta think it through. It was to implement x to the power of y given x and y. The straightforward way obviously was to multiply x, y times, but there's a bunch of things to consider like negative cases, cases with 0. And the straightforward way uses a big O of linear time. There is a better way. I was thinking it through and I was able to come up with a log of n solution. So this was by far the most fun, interesting, and hardest question that I got, and I did really well on this. I was able to write everything on the whiteboard, and the interviewer was happy. This was a huge confidence booster for me. I'll leave a link down below to the question and solution for this problem. Second interviewer was more on explaining past projects. He got into the deep nitty-gritty details. As long as you rehearse this, you should be fine with questions like these. Then I had lunch. I was a bit bummed that Jet.com didn't provide you with free lunch like some startups do. The lunch they gave me wasn't that good either. Anyway, the third interview was a very easy interview. They just asked a couple of functional programming tasks because apparently Jet values functional programming. They use F# as their backend language. I had experience with JavaScript, so I was able to do it really well. The last interview was really fun too. The guy's vibe and intelligence really shined through. This was the kind of guy that I wanted to work with. He asked me the classic BST problem, which is really easy. Check to see if a tree is a binary search tree. I busted out the solution super fast, and I had a lot of time to just talk to him. So I could see that he really liked me after the interview, so we concluded the interview with a tour around the building, and he walked me back to the W Hotel. Overall, I did my best, and things worked out really well for me in the interview. I got good news the next day. I can't really discuss the details of the offer, but it was really insane. It was close to 200 grand in total compensation. And honestly, I'm just a developer with barely 2 years of experience. I did not take the offer, however, but I know the company is awesome and I highly encourage engineers, people interested in other roles to apply. So this was my interview experience, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to upload more interview experiences with other software companies in the future. If you like this video, please subscribe and click the like button. Until next time.